Are you a fan of our podcast and want to take your love for our show to the next level? Well, we got some exciting news for you. Introducing our Free Gems Network podcast Discord community. Join a community of fellow listeners where you can connect with like-minded fans, dive deeper into episode discussions, and get exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Want to know how you can join? It's simple. Click the link in the podcast show notes or visit our website at freegemsnetwork.com and follow the Discord invite. We can't wait to welcome you. The Rap Session. The Rap Session. The Rap Session. The Rap Session. The Rap Session.
As you can listen, you are now tuned into the Rap Sessions.
For sure, for sure.
It's your dog EJ, Sir Evangeline Joseph,
the
biggest Jim. That's all I got.
Hey man, this your boy Wayne Willmatic. Hey, Rap Session, we back again for another one.
Third episode,
episode 3 of season 2.
Stop playing,
you know, and
play with your mama, not me.
Come on, man. Don't check me.
Check the air quality.
Check your credit score. You know what I'm saying?
Check some. Don't check us. I need to give you your flowers.
Oh man, starting early.
Yeah, starting early.
Okay.
So
what I do, bro?
So, bro, this is like the first time ever that you've like actively and like you could be feeling something different way, but me seeing it, this is the first time you've actively like fell in line with all of your like skills. Like whatever one is hitting you at the moment, you and you competitive with it.
Oh yeah,
and you promoting.
Definitely here to take these niggas.
And not only you promoting, and you reaching out.
Definitely reaching out.
You know what I'm saying? Like
and getting responses.
You know what I'm saying? And getting responses. So I just want to give you your flowers, bro. Like you obviously been pulling up from the fucking half court line with your graphics.
Appreciate it, bro.
And logos. And reaching out for those. Rapping. Like you getting back into that bag. I listened to Back for More. When you sent it in the group, I didn't listen to it yesterday, but I listened to it again today. Still goosebumps. And you like, where niggas at? You know what I'm saying? Like you really, I feel like you finally got out of, well, even though I may be onto this, I really want to do this or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I just want to give you your flowers on it. And even with podding, bro, like you hit me like, look, I can't do it, you know, Thursday and Friday. I got something to do, but what you doing tomorrow?
Facts. Cause we gotta get to it, man. Business is business, man, and you know, Free Thug, shout out Thug,
Free Jeffrey.
But business is business, man. And at the end of the day, this is something that we both passionate about. And what I would hate for you to ever feel like, hey, look, I'm not pushing that. You know, I'm not, trying to work, because it's definitely never that. You know, something just came up, and but we still got a pod. We still gotta
find a way to make it happen.
Yeah, we gotta work in a small window. We talk about it all the time.
Like no matter what, bro, as men, as people, black people, just whatever.
Thanks.
If you have something that you want to do, you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even just that, but I feel like this, and I'm a victim of it as well. When God put something on you to do, whether it's an idea, whether somebody came up to you and told you something or whatever, these things aren't coincidences.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You don't just think on your own and be like, I'm a create a Beyonce graphic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just for the hell. You don't think about those things, bro. Like God put that on you. And it's the timing of it, because you never know, like that Beyonce graphic that you did, or that whole graphic that you did, or just whatever, that verse that you done could take you out of here.
Yeah.
Like Ivy Park could see it. and want you to be on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like a lot of times with application, with applying yourself, we have to think big.
Man, you said it. You said it right, bro. It's like, if I'm gonna take the shot, then I gotta go all the way with it. Yeah. And it can't be no more half stepping. It can't be, I'm a post it, but I ain't gonna tag the person because I don't wanna. Nah, we gotta go all the way with it, and that's why it's been so important. You know, these last few months or whatever. But just to reach out, reach out to these artists, man, and you'll be surprised that these people will hit you back. These people will reach out. If it's dope, these niggas gonna see it.
Yep.
They gonna see it,
and they gonna try, and they gonna find a way to align themselves with you.
Yeah, they'll fuck with you. Another thing, man, is a lot of creatives they can relate to this. Is a lot of these conversations be deaded once you name your price. Man, stick to your price.
Stick to it.
You gonna miss a couple and it's okay. But eventually that motherfucker gonna fall. And when that shit fall,
all the shots that you don't take.
Right.
Shout out to Kobe.
Yeah, you miss all the ones you don't take, man. So it's just like a lot of these producers, I know y'all can relate. He be like, hey, I'm selling it for XYZ. And they be like, I ain't really trying to pay that. You know, and that be the end of it. You know, it don't really go no further than that. I go through it on a lot of different ways. You know, producing, doing graphics and just constantly shooting my shot. Hey, look, this is what my number is. Yep. You know, and I ain't really willing to budge. I ain't even got no room to budge. I got a family to feed. Yep. I can't be nickel and diming like what I feel like is great material. If I really want to make it, this is my number and this is what it is. Yep. You know, and if we are going to deviate from what my hard number is, okay, we got to work out a percentage. We got to do something to where this is going to be beneficial for me long term. It can't be, oh man, I'm willing to shoot you the discount, bro. I'm willing to take 50% off. Fuck that. Yeah. No, I can't do that. I can't afford to do that. You know, I got a son. I got a wife. I can't afford to do that. So it's just like
discounts ain't gonna feed them all the time.
Nah, it ain't. And I don't mean I won't show love. You know, if we already got love for each other and we already fuck with each other, then yeah, you know, we probably can work something out.
But if you don't know a person, then you're not about to go, you know, around your way to
I can't
help somebody.
I can't do it
because they gonna bash your head in with their price.
That's right. They gonna stand on. They gonna tell you business is business.
They want you to respect it.
And you ain't got no choice but to respect it. So all I ask is for all the creatives out there that's shooting your shot with these, whether they celebrities, whether it's people from your area, your price is your price to stand on. Yep. Your price is your price to stand on.
And that goes for people. That goes for jobs too.
Yeah. Because what that'll tell you, I don't mean to keep cutting you off, but what that'll tell you though is once one person pay it, that's all the validation you should need. Like, my work is worth it. And I know that because they're willing to pay for it. Every time.
Yeah. That person is willing to pay for it.
So if they hear and if they see the value, you can't focus on the people who don't see the value yet because there's more people that's just like him or her that see the same value. You just gotta go and find that audience. You gotta find that market. Yep. But trust me, it ain't no fluke, man. It ain't no fluke. If one person willing to pay that shit, you doing something right. Yeah. You doing something right, man. And man, I appreciate you giving me those flowers because, you know, it be it's challenging, man. It's challenging, you know, with these graphics, and I've been shooting my shot, and I'm thankful that shit been falling more times than not. You know, and you know, I'll be able to speak on it soon, but we got some dope shit working with some dope people, man.
For the people listening, follow Vivid Select.
Yeah, man. Or just follow me on my main page, man. Excuse me. Will_K.I.G.
We'll have everything in the description of the bio.
Yeah, and you'll be able to see it, man. I'm always posting shit because I'm always working. And you mentioned the verses, you know, you know the story. I've been trying to get somebody on back for more or 100 for more for a long time. Yeah. Niggas ain't biting, and that's cool.
It's cool. Okay.
That's cool.
You know, when the time is come, You know, when they're actively available.
I wouldn't want to work. I wouldn't want to jump in that hearse either. It's okay. It's okay. I wouldn't want to jump in there either. You know, I get it.
But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I was hungry for more, but no one took the bait. If you took it, then you see there's really no debate.
Come on, man. Stop playing.
And that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel, bro.
So you know how I like to start off. Well, we already started off, but you know, I like to ask you.
Yeah. First
off, you know, how are you? How are you mentally?
Man, I'm great, bro. I'm great. I can't even hold you. Like, life has just been showing me so many different things, man. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for my family. It's just been great, man. I don't even know how to describe it to you. Like, just waking up, seeing my son, seeing my wife face, those been like my motivation for everything.
Yeah.
Everything, man. Like, my son at the stage now to where, like, he's talking, he's making noises, you know, and you know, that first month or so, he's really just crying, and you know, it ain't really too much interaction going on. You know, he's now at the point where he's grabbing things. He's what they call cooing. You know, he's making noises and he's smiling. He's damn near chuckling.
Yeah.
Like things are starting to change, and that's what's giving me joy. That's what's giving me all the motivation that I need, bro. So like mentally, that's putting me in probably one of the best spots that I've ever been in. You know, on top of that, you know, I still do the whole therapy thing, man, and that's been going good. You know, shout out my therapist. She's better than all y'all's. And, you know.
That nigga is competitive.
Yeah.
In everything.
In everything, bro. My therapist better, bro. You know, y'all therapists be gaslighting y'all. Mine really get to the problem and help me come up with solutions. Y'all therapists be gaslighting y'all, making y'all feel like y'all right all the time. And mine will tell me that I'm absolutely wrong. And that's why I fuck with my therapist, you know. So, you know, I'm good, bro.
Yeah,
I'm good, man. I can't really complain for real. You know, how about you though? What's been going on?
I'm all right. Learning.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say a vacation, but I didn't have to work in my other job last week.
Okay, then. Yeah.
You know, I had an opportunity to spend time with family. Whether it was going to the gym,
right?
Whether going to my extended family and swimming,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And barbecuing and all of that good shit.
Right.
But it was fine. Like I said, I'm learning still. Not people watching, but learning behaviors, learning my behavior. Like, learning what get to me and what, you know, make me human.
Yeah.
Because I'm not perfect.
Right.
So, communication is a big one. And like I was saying earlier, as far as like applying, like, I think that's really, really underrated. And people don't talk about it. People talk about communication and understanding, but they don't talk about application of it. Like, they don't talk about how, you know, whatever you just learned, you need to apply it.
Right.
Like, and really apply it. And it may not happen for you the first time. You know what I'm saying? You got to continue to do it. And so, that's one thing that I'm learning.
Yeah.
You know, another thing is distractions.
Okay.
And learn. Oh man, like I feel like a lot of things I'm going through is like distractions for me, not doing what I need to do.
Right.
Because I obviously got stuff that I need to be doing.
Right.
But a big thing is being distracted, and whether it's, you know, me distracting me,
right,
or, you know, social media, or like just bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
Drink, smoke, whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of things a lot of us hold each other back. Right. And I say us, I'm saying like, you holding you back.
Ourselves, yeah.
Yeah. And some people, what they lack in motivation and they lack in discipline. And then some people have the motivation, but they may not have the discipline at that moment.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So just deciphering that and really, really letting go of the distractions, because although these distractions may feel good, it's not logical to the sense of where you're headed, where you need to go.
Right.
So that's a big thing for me this week that I think I've been dealing with.
Yeah. You touched on something special, man. You talked about communication and how oftentimes the application part is what gets lost. And I think it's interesting, man, because you taught that all throughout school, if you think about it. Yes, I'm glad that you were listening to me. Yes, I'm glad you're quiet while you were listening to me. But now you have to show me what you learned. Yeah. You have to show me what you heard. You have to now apply it. And
realize like it's more than just one way to get to the destination.
Facts.
More than one way.
Yeah.
But you got to take that step. You know what I'm saying?
You have to start the application at least.
I tell the baby steps. I mean the baby method. Mm-hmm. Like one thing you're gonna learn with your son is his determination.
Yeah.
And the fact that
I'm already seeing it.
The fact that a baby is always learning. You know what I'm saying? Like they have to learn to laugh.
Yeah.
They have to learn to smile. These are things that very, very simple things that us as adults don't take advantage of and we're not grateful for.
Right.
There's people out there that can't laugh. These people, like back to the first episode when I was talking about, even though he's a baby, he is still a person.
Facts.
He couldn't laugh.
Right.
These are things that we don't be grateful for.
You don't even think about it.
You don't even think about that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like he has to learn to laugh, he has to learn to crawl. Mm-hmm. He has to learn to stand up by himself. He has to learn to walk. He has to learn to run. Mm-hmm. By himself.
Yeah.
Fearless. Because every time he fall, he got to get back up.
Yeah.
And if they're not doing that, if people aren't doing that in life, they're stagnant. Once you're stagnant, once you stop learning, you're dead.
Yeah.
Whether you're alive or not.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that the people who think they know everything, why do you think that they're not willing to learn anymore? Like where do you think that disconnect comes from? Because I know for myself, it's like, I always tell myself, if I'm not willing to learn, then I'm useless. Because there's no point where I should feel like I've learned everything, especially in this thing called business. Mm-hmm. We're constantly learning new things every day. Yeah. Every episode we learn something new. Or we like, oh man, we should get it over here. We should get it over here on Patreon. We should get it over here on AMP. We should find different ways to grow our audience. We're constantly learning.
Yeah.
So it blows my mind when I see people who are taking these things for advantage, or they're not willing to learn anymore. They feel like they've already ascended to a height. Like, where do you think that comes from?
Dreaming. They don't have any goals. They don't have a dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you don't have a goal and you don't have nothing to strive to, you're simply just wandering. You know what I'm saying? You're simply just existing. So of course you're going to feel like you know it all, because that's the world that you live in. Yeah. You living in the world of complacency. And what happens is, people the misconception of it, what happens is they mask complacency with gratitude. So it's the I'm just thankful to be here. Instead of, yeah, I'm thankful to be here, but I'm striving to go here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you said something there.
They don't, man. Shout out to my dog Chad, bro. He put me on it. But he, when you don't have nothing to look to or dream to, then that's all you have is here. That's why people, that's why in Columbus people be like, man, they got the Columbus mindset because they're that man or woman is the king or the queen of the nobodies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Once you feel like, oh, I'm popping, yeah, you can be popping in your city, but what about the city beside you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you may be selling out to the people in your city, as far as product, as far as business. You don't want to expand?
Right.
So yeah, you gonna be complacent. Yeah, you only gonna see so far.
Right.
Because there's no aspiration to see anything different.
See anything further than that.
And I say that from a place of experience.
Right.
I often find myself that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I often struggle with that. Or struggle that there isn't anything for me in a realm, where I want to be, a big podcaster. Right. You know what I'm saying? I want to pod for a living.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to, do all of these things to make sure not only my family is good and taken care of, but yours and Gumbo's family is too.
Right.
But when it comes to like the work field and career, like, now I ain't gonna say real career, but career on paper, sometimes I don't see a place for me.
Right.
So even when I'm applying for other jobs, and I'm being very vulnerable, very, very like transparent.
Yeah.
Even when I apply for like jobs, I'm looking at it like I'm only looking for jobs in what I know of.
Right.
Because in my head, I'm like, there isn't nothing that I'm interested in. I'm interested in podding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm interested in business. But what if I don't have the funds to go get me a pack of shirts or cups or product? You know what I'm saying? I gotta do something. I gotta expand somehow.
Yeah.
But then I get into a mode of like, well, I don't want to drink the Kool-Aid. That's what we call it.
Right.
I don't want to play the game with you niggas. Because that's what it is. That's what the corporate world is. It's a game.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with it. And it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to like maneuver. Because also, and I know you got a point.
Yeah.
But also the pay.
Yeah.
Why am I gonna leave somewhere where I'm getting paid a certain amount for either the same amount or less? Why? It's so many different factors, bro. But at the end of the day, the common denominator is me. If I don't see it for myself, how can I find it?
Yeah.
If I know what I want dream wise, and I'm working towards it, obviously, because I wouldn't be here if I wasn't.
Right.
But it's the career, like it's the job.
It's interesting because there's a duality when it comes to entrepreneurship, and if you follow on Instagram these different pages, and you have one side telling you, look, you'll never reach your dreams if you continue working at 9 to 5.
Facts.
And they'll tell you that, hey, you need to bet on yourself. You gotta bank on yourself. You gotta leave that behind and It may take you living in your car. It may take you doing all these different things, these different extremities.
But you don't have to go that extreme.
You don't have to go that extreme. There's also another side of entrepreneurs who will tell you, hey, it's okay to use your 9 to 5 to fund your dream. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we kind of lean, we kind of seesaw on both sides, and it's like, okay, yeah, I want to lean all the way into my dream, but damn, I still got bills to pay, so I might not want to leave my 9 to 5. And it's hard to find a duality, especially when you have a family. I think it might be a little easier if we were single.
If we were single, and if it was just you cool with living in a box,
right?
Not figuratively,
but I can make this work because I just have myself to care about and to take care of. But when you have a family, it's a little. You're not just thinking for yourself anymore, or you shouldn't be anyway. So now the idea of let me lean all the way to my dreams, that sounds like a nightmare.
And I'm gonna tell you,
man, if I lean over to my dreams, how my family gonna get fed?
Facts.
How my son gonna be clothed? Yep. Like how am I gonna do these things and lean into my dreams at the same time?
And then another thing too is, everybody don't got that support.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have the. Not saying that I do, and not saying that I don't, but everybody, like, sometimes, bro, you got to make people believe.
Yeah.
Because they may not be all in. They may not see you being all in. You know what I'm saying? And when you not all in, or they don't. It's not their job to get your vision, even if y'all created the vision at the same time. It's not their job to be all in on something, even though they helped create it. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you have to, like, step out. Not saying quit everything, but sometimes you have to, like, take the initiative. And once again, to go back to application.
Yeah.
But first, you got to start with communication within yourself. If you telling yourself nice things, you telling yourself like, yo, I can do this.
Right.
It may take me a little bit. It may take me a little while, but I can do it.
Right.
Then you have to understand and, like, really, really, truly have that blind faith of that you can do something.
Right.
And then you have to apply it. But sometimes that applying, or sometimes walking that road is very lonely.
Yeah.
Because if you ain't got no help, or if you ain't got nobody to lean on, you gonna fall. But when you fall, just like that baby, it's okay to get back up and try it again.
Yeah.
And sometimes I know I deal with, like, I'll be wanting stuff to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? And when you want stuff I need it to be right before I do something, or before I pop out. No, you don't, nigga. You gonna learn along the way.
Every time.
Yeah. Even when it's perfect to you. It may not be perfect to somebody else. Somebody might see holes and flaws all throughout that shit. Right. But once all you gotta do is apply, and I'm talking to myself, bruh. Because the people that's around that you really, really need to move forward in it, they gonna help you.
Yeah.
They gonna even if it's down the line, and you've been working towards it all this whole time by yourself, and now Jim and Tim then came and they want to help. And they fuck with you.
Right.
They see the vision. Do it. But they gotta watch you do it first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It sucks being the pioneer of the shit sometimes. But it has to be done.
Yeah. It gotta be done, man. And we talked about it on the previous episode, man. So you gotta be okay with being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
In order for you to grow, you have to be a little uncomfortable. Because that's what's going to build your character. That's what's going to show you, like, okay, through this uncomfortable situation, I still was able to thrive. I was still able to maneuver through. And that's that walk that you were talking about, that lonely walk, that pioneer walk. You know, you had to be a little uncomfortable. You had to go out there and try this, try that, fail, succeed, for you to see both sides of it. That's how you grow.
Yeah.
Okay, I failed doing this way. Let me try it this way. And you may fail again. But the whole idea is still finding a way to maneuver through being that uncomfortable. And then, because eventually what's going to happen is, like you said, Tim and Jim are going to see you. They're going to help you up. And it may not even be the people that you started with. But they're going to see you. They're going to help you up because now they're going to understand the vision. They've seen you stumble through it already. They've seen you succeed and they've seen you fail. So now they feel comfortable enough to reach out.
Yep.
And it happens like that too many times, but people feel uncomfortable with the idea of being uncomfortable. And they're like, yeah, I'd rather not do that. I'd rather be, what you said earlier, complacent. I'd rather stay in this lane right here because this lane is safe.
And I know it. And I know everything in this lane.
Yep.
Supposedly.
Yep.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me I don't know my lane.
Yeah. I've been in this lane all my life.
I've been in this lane all my life. What are you talking about?
All my life, yeah.
But it's a pothole over there.
Yeah.
No, it's not. And then you roll over and bust your tire and you like, damn.
Yeah.
And go back to listening. He tried to communicate with you, or she tried to communicate with you.
But you didn't want to apply the lesson.
You didn't want to understand.
Right.
Because you knew it all.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
As far as something that you learned from Harlan this week.
Something I kind of already spoke on it, man. He had his 2-month checkup a few days ago, and it was funny because as she was saying, oh, he should be doing these things, he was doing them. And it was funny because, like I said, while you're in the moment, you don't really think about it.
Yeah.
And prior to that, I wasn't really thinking like, oh, he's making like noises now. I wasn't really thinking about it. But as she was saying, oh, he should be grabbing things, he should be, you know, as like I said, as they call it, cooing, he should be making these noises. And the things to look forward to for the 3rd month, the 4th month, and 5th month, it was just interesting to see because he was doing those things as she was saying it.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, just learning the different facial expressions, man, and just learning when he's uncomfortable because he's now expressing it on his face. And that's something that he wasn't doing before, man. So that's what I've been learning from my son, and that's been dope to see because, like you said, he's a human.
Yeah.
And just seeing these things develop right in front of you, man. Like, it's insane, bro. It's insane watching a little person grow and develop. You know, because like I said, when he's happy, he's smiling, and it's a big smile, like all gums,
no teeth,
and you can see it, and you be like, okay, he's happy. When he's sad, he pokes his bottom lip out. It's a sad face, eyes, you know, droop a little bit, like he's doing these things in real time, and you can see it. Okay, he's uncomfortable, you know, he's frowning, or he visibly looks upset. And before then, you kind of just didn't know. It was kind of just like, oh, well, he's crying. He must be.
Yeah.
But now he's making facial expressions. It might not even come with tears. He's just facial expressions.
He pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, that's what I've been learning from my son, man. It's just, I'm getting facial cues now. Facial cues.
What was the challenge? What's the challenge in marriage this week that's been a challenge for you?
Challenge in marriage. That's a good one. I really couldn't tell you. I mean, I feel like challenging marriage. Okay, well, I guess I could say it kind of ties into parenthood, and we've been tired, and it's just like picking up. We talked about it in the earlier episode, picking up each other's slack, you know, and sometimes when both parties are tired, the slack never gets picked up. And that's, yes, in the bigger picture, yes, okay, yeah, a few hours have gone by and these things haven't been done, and yes, it should be okay. Both of you should rest. However, things still got to get done eventually.
Yep.
Eventually, things have to get done. The house still does need to be clean. Bottles need to be cleaned out. You know, they need to be. If you prep bottles, you need to go ahead and have them prep. You know, whether it's if it's breast milk, if they need to be frozen, if they need to be thawed out because it's almost feeding time. If you need to go ahead and prep the bottles with your baby water, so it'll make the feeding process a little faster. You know, when it's time to feed. Because when they ready to eat, they ready to eat.
Yeah.
They don't give a damn about your process, none of that. They like, hey, bro, I'm hungry. And somebody needs to get it popping with this milk. Like, I need to be fed. So it's just like, through being tired, trying to still figure out how we can help each other. How can we make each other's shifts easier?
Yeah.
That would be the only challenge I can think of. It's all leading back to parenthood. Because at this point, it's not really about us. It's not really about us. It's about our son. And I think we both realize that. Yes, we still take time for each other. Don't get me wrong. We still go out to eat. We still talk to each other. We still love on each other. But at the end of the day, our son is our primary. So everything that we do is directly for him.
Yeah.
And that's been an adjustment. Because it's just like, yeah, we want to go do this, but nah, we should do this because this is what's more beneficial for our son at the moment. So that'll be the challenge, man. You kind of already talked about what you've learned for the week, so I don't want to be redundant. But I can ask you, what has been something that you want to implement in our business?
In our business?
Our business, or it can be in 10 feet. It can be in whatever business. What is something that you want to implement in business?
That's a good question. I think I want us to simply take the steps to doing everything that we said we're gonna do.
Do we want to? Well,
because a lot of times we have meetings or we talk every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we texting back and forth and or on the phone even, and we talk about things.
Yep.
And sometimes those things don't happen at that moment.
Right.
Now some things aren't gonna happen at the moment. But if we can actively do what the simple shit,
right?
I think it'll help us grow tremendously. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for, Free Gems. Mm-hmm. That goes for 10 Feet. That goes for Free Coast, which you're doing it now. You know what I'm saying? Like with Vivid Select, whatever. When it's something on you to do it, you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I think I just gotta take initiative. That's what I think that's what it really, really boiled down to. Taking initiative for myself.
Yeah.
Because I don't. Not for me. Not all the time. I say that. Not all the time.
Yeah, because I wouldn't say that you don't. I think that you do. Even in you going to the gym, I think that is an active representation of 10 feet.
Yeah.
With your dieting, like that's something that I feel like all those things are a direct correlation to 10 feet. I do anyway. I don't know if you look at it that way.
No, I do.
Yeah.
But it's like documenting and like taking the time out to really thinking of ways to being a step ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily waiting.
Yeah.
Because we do a lot of waiting.
We definitely do a lot of waiting. I think, and we've talked about it off air, is each of us brings something different to the table. So if we can all figure out or acknowledge what it is that we do and what it is that we bring to the table. I'm just speaking as far as Free Gems now. What is it that we bring to the table? And if we can just work on that as individuals to promote the common thing, which is Free Gems, then we'll be able to
establishing roles, real roles.
Yeah. I think we all know what our role is, but if we actively like, hey, look, I just need you to do this because this is what you do. Then we can ultimately push the collective, which is Free Gems, higher than where it is now. Instead of always having to rely on, hey, the group needs to get together. The group needs to get together to do this. Because we all do things and we all do things well. We all do things as individuals well.
I think that's a good point as far as like life.
Yeah, it's not even just business.
Like relationships, marriage.
Do what you do well. And do it. Take the initiative to do what you do well.
Like everybody can't be an all around player.
Right.
Simple as that. The game has changed a lot, but everybody cannot be an all around player. Everybody can't shoot threes. Everybody can't play defense great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people, they may not get you 20 points, but they can get you 15 rebounds. But it's all about, like you said, it's that, like, playing your role.
Playing your role and doing it well.
Yeah.
Playing your role and doing it well. If you know you excel in this, why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you doing it?
For real. What's your take on I know we talked about it earlier, but like dreaming and what's the difference between what's the difference between dreaming and what's the difference between like real life?
I think dreaming is one of those things to where you can get lost in your dreams.
Is that a good thing?
I think it depends. It depends. If you have, I do think that sometimes you can let your dreams overcloud your reality. And what I'm saying is, yes, you should strive to reach your dream. Yes, you should do whatever you have to do to propel your dream forward. However, you can't lose your sense of reality. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Your family is your reality right now. And you can't, even though you'll hear people say it, because you turn on, you turn your phone on, you go to Instagram, you hear people say, hey, look, my family took a back seat in order for me to get to where I am now. I'm one of those people, I don't necessarily agree with that, because I feel like that's what leads to turmoil within your family. That's what leads to resentment within your family.
Well, you got all the money in the world, but your kids hate you.
Yeah, you weren't here.
Yeah, you got all the money.
Daddy, you missed all my recitals. You never came to a game. Yep. You never did this. You never did that. So what I think is, yes, you should strive to reach your dreams, but you shouldn't let it overcloud your reality. And I think, like, for me, it's like, okay, my dreams, I try to take little pieces of it and be like, okay, how can I work on this, like right now, to where I'm not like fully diving in and my family is falling by the wayside. How can I work on this part of the dream? It's still propelling my dream. So it's like, okay, in these small pockets, okay, I didn't put the baby to sleep, wifey is sleeping.
Yep.
I can work on some graphics right now. Or I can write this verse. I can do this. And that way, I'm still working on my dreams, but it's not affecting my reality right now. Or it's not affecting my family. It's not affecting my loved ones, because they're taken care of already. I'm not missing these valuable moments in my son. He's developing right before my eyes. I'm not missing these valuable moments.
But I think it's also like, what your dream is. And what, like, for an example, one thing that I think has developed in you is striving to make the quote unquote big money. No, striving to make a living, a great living from home.
Right.
And not working remote. like you done sold a few graphics. You know, your online e-commerce store is doing numbers. Your music is doing numbers. The podcast is doing numbers. You know what I'm saying? And that's the big thing. That's the dream. That's the overall goal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's goal is not that. But I feel like what's going to help you and what's going to help me is that. You know what I'm saying? Being able to make the money or make a living and still be able to take your kid to school.
Thanks.
Still be able to see your wife all the time. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't put... I think overall it goes where people value is. If people value is money, they gonna chase after that. Mm-hmm. When people value
at the expense of other people.
Yeah, when people value, yes. When people value money and material things and shit that can be given physically to you at the expense of other things, the other things is going or other people is going to fall. Mm-hmm. It go back to what we were saying, like niggas is gonna hate you, but yeah, what you gonna do? Well, I was able to buy, you know, my kid a Benz.
Right. The whole time he just wanted you to be there.
The whole time this nigga probably didn't even want a Benz. This nigga just wanted you to be at a game.
Right. I'm glad you mentioned that, man, because I think because of that, I found different ways to be proactive in my dreams while still being present, and I'm glad you brought that up because it's like, okay, if I want to make music, I should be able to do this from the comfort of my home.
Yep.
My family is still here. My family is right in the other room.
Yep.
You know, like I can hear my son crying. I'm right here, and if things ever got too bad, hey, I can pause this, go over there, get him, and everything will still be good. We're not away. If I want to make a graphic, I can do that on my laptop. I can do that on my phone. And I'm still here. I can do that on my couch, next to my wife, next to my kids, and we're good. You know, so it's just like, it's getting to the point now to where it's like, oh, this is family time. All right, cool. On commercial breaks, I'll work on the graphics.
Yeah.
So I'm still doing what I need to do as a man. I'm still doing what I need to do as a husband, as a father. And we're chilling. We're all sitting on the couch watching TV, and it's like, okay, Hulu, for example, this is not a plug, you know, but Hulu, for example, they be like, oh, it's 6 ads. Ads might be 2 minutes and some change.
Long as hell.
During them 2 minutes, I'm getting to it. I'm writing the verse, I'm working on the graphic. And yeah, that 2 minutes might not sound like a lot of time.
But it's a small window that you're able to do stuff in.
Right. And my family doesn't feel like I'm taking away from them.
Yeah.
Because when the show's back on, cool. You know, I can put that to the side.
You can talk. You can talk about the show, like
yeah, for sure. So it's like I'm still dreaming. I'm still actively working on my dreams.
If you're a family man,
you can even say I'm immersed in my dreams.
If you're a family man or a family woman listening to this podcast, listening to this show, if you dream, the biggest thing that you need to be dreaming about is balance.
Yep. Yeah, find out how you can balance the two.
You want $100,000 or $50,000 a month, whatever your number is. How can you get that and not take away the integrity of being a family man or family woman?
Thanks.
How? The answer to that question is balance.
Yeah.
And you don't have to know at that moment, but once you, like you said earlier, them small windows is going to be able to get you to wherever you need to go. You can't build a house, you know, putting a whole wall up. You got to be able to place a brick by brick to build a wall.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just throw up paint on a wall and be like, oh, this is a painted room. No, you have to put the little roly thing in the paint and do it by sections.
Yeah.
we're getting. I feel like we're getting out of the phase of like the popcorn shit, the microwave shit.
Yeah, I think slowly but surely.
It's a mindset, bro.
Yeah.
You know, motherfuckers can't be looking for instant gratification through bullshit.
You're right. And, you know, to kind of piggyback off of that, you say you think we're getting out of the era of the popcorn shit. I think it's a reason why rap or hip-hop hasn't landed a number one in, for this year so far?
Yeah.
Because the popcorn shit isn't working no more.
Nope.
Yes, this can get you popping on TikTok or whatever, or, you know, whatever social media app that you use. And yes, this might get you popping on there, but it isn't really amounting to much. But yeah, man. So I think the popcorn era, I think is definitely coming to an end. Like all that. Oh, I'm trying to get hot right now. I'm trying to get hot quick. I think all of that is a thing of the past, man, and it's reflected in just when you just look at it. Like none of these albums, none of these songs are going number one, and it's a reason. It's a reason. You got to really take your time. You got to really craft something special, something that's timeless, and that stuff is what's gonna stick. This stuff is just gonna be for the time being, you know. But
right,
I don't know, bro.
Shit's white. All this shit white. Like all that popcorn shit, all that instant gratification, wanting, all that shit is bullshit. Like, take your time. At the end of the day, take your time. When you take your time and do it right the first time, you ain't gotta go back and do it again. And I know that shit might seem cliche or easy to say or whatever, but what else is easier is taking that first fucking step.
You're right.
Also, I'm gonna change gears for a little minute. Another thing that I learned this week is appreciating my mom.
Shout out to the moms out there, man.
Like appreciating my mom, bro, because you know, R.I.P. to my grandmother and my other grandmother. Her birthday just passed. R.I.P. to her as well.
Rest in heaven and happy birthday.
But what my grandma Cookie used to say is, I'm on loan. I'm not gonna be here forever. You don't have me. You have me on loan. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate me while I'm here.
Right. Because
once I'm gone, it's over with. That unconditional love that you once had is gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some people don't have that, and I understand that. Everybody don't got a great mom. Everybody don't even got a good mom. But one thing that I can say, I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate my mom. And I appreciate the mother figures in my life.
Right.
Because I have a plethora. You know what I'm saying? They love EJ. But you know, that's a really, really big thing, man. And I didn't understand it until, you know, I didn't understand it until, you know, as of late. Because everybody, like, yeah, that woman that you like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying love, but that woman that you like not gonna love you like your mama.
Right.
I'm sorry. They not gonna do the same things as your mom. Stop chasing behind them. Stop chasing after that nigga. Cause that nigga not your mom, bro. Nigga not your dad if you have one. But it's very, 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 very important to call and go see your mom, hug on your mom, let her know that you love her. Because everybody don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, having parents is a luxury, bro. Being a parent is a luxury. I may complain, I may fuss about some of the shit that I just gotta do as a dad, but not one day do I take for granted in being a child. Not a child, but yeah, being a child to my mom now and being a father to my 2 kids.
Right.
I don't. And it's in the proof is in the pudding. You know, look. Yeah, everything seemed cool. Everything seemed like you going through it. Nigga, you ain't going through it. You ain't have to put your folks in the ground.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't have to celebrate your folks' birthday and they ain't here. Like, for real, niggas got shit fucked up. Niggas got shit way fucked up. Niggas don't appreciate life. Niggas don't appreciate the people around them. Niggas be thinking that shit is everybody against them. Nigga, ain't nobody against you. If anything, you against yourself. Hug your mom. Hug your dad. Because once again, them niggas is on loan to you. And once God say it's time for them to check out, it's over with. It's a wrap. You gonna be hugging on a tombstone.
Right.
Or an urn or whatever.
A photograph.
A photograph. In today's climate, niggas don't go to Walgreens and CVS to print out photos. So all you got is photos that's in your phone. And a lot of people don't take pictures with their parents, bro. They don't. So they don't even have pictures that they can really go to. So all you have is memories.
Which is gonna fade eventually. Oh shit.
I'm telling you, bruh. I ain't for it. And I don't respect it. And it took me a while. Cause me and my mom ain't always get along. We still don't always get along. But I love that lady.
Yeah.
I love her with everything in me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I let her know, even when like I may be at work, bruh, I call my mom. We be on the phone 30 seconds. I don't give a fuck. I'm calling her. Hey, I'm just seeing what you got going on. I love you. Click. Like them small things, just like, you know, when you looking at your business and you want to build a house and shit and you doing it brick by brick, yeah, that goes for your relationship with your mom and your dad too.
Yeah.
How you treat them is eventually how you gonna treat everybody else.
That's right.
Like I said, nigga, I had some shit I need to get off my chest. Cause niggas, and I know niggas is gonna hear this. I know niggas is gonna hear it. And it's gonna make them niggas the niggas that understand go pick up the phone. They probably cut this shit off and be like, yo, ma, I love you.
You're right.
That just showed me that I did my job. Appreciating the women, man.
Yeah.
You only get one. You get a lot of mother figures. You may have, it's a lot of mother figures, a lot of father figures, but you only get one parent.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that.
Hey, look, I ain't got no interjections. You said a mouthful and you said everything needed to be said. You know, I just kind of piggyback on that, like, without even saying too much more. But you only get one, like you said. You only get one chance to do this thing right. You only get one chance to your first impression can be your last impression.
Yep.
So it's just like, while they here, you need to appreciate them. You need to love on them. And you should treat every moment like it's your last moment.
Bro, because at the end of the day, them little bullshit ass emotions that you be having don't amount to nothing.
Nah.
I'm a quick story. So I had to been like, I was in 8th grade. Okay. So I don't know what, 12, 13. And so the year before that, me and my dad had went to Huntsville.
Okay.
And we we was probably there for like the weekend. And so the night prior, I was hanging out with my sister.
Right.
And, you know, having a good little time. Rest in peace to my sister. Right. We was having a good little time. And so the next, she had dropped me back off to my grandma's house. And the next day, you know, I found out we was about to leave.
Right.
So I'm like, so I'm calling her. And every time I pick up the phone, her baby daddy was picking up the phone. Mind you, I'm 12, 13 years old. I'm going through puberty, so my voice is getting a little deeper than what it is. And so every time he hear me pick up the phone, he hang up on me. Think that I'm a nigga. He hang up on me. So it took like the fourth or fifth time that I called for me to be like, hey, yo, before you hang up, I'm Sean's sister. Or not sister, I'm Sean's brother.
Right.
Let me speak to her. So he hands her the phone. She pick up the phone. She all groggy and shit. She just waking up. I'm like, hey, look, I'm about to go, but I wanna see you. Come see me. EJ, I'm tired. You know, I just see you another time. You know, I'm asleep. I'm like, nah, I want to see you. Like, we already don't get a chance to see each other. I'm asleep. Hang up the phone. Dead, like crushed. So I'm like, she ain't coming. Half of the ride. Now, mind you, like from Huntsville to Columbus, it's like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, man.
For like 3 hours, I ain't say a word. I'm crushed. Like, this is my big sister. This, you know, I don't get a chance to see her. You know, I don't really get a chance to really like talk to her,
right,
or whatever. I wanted to see her for that time, and she didn't come see me.
Right.
So I was so upset and so full of emotion. I let a year pass before I even tried to like reach out. When I would call when I would talk to my grandmother, I didn't ask about Sean.
Right.
If, you know, Daddy spoke to her, I didn't talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was real deal. Like, you know, back then, like, fuck her. She ain't come see me. Fuck, I'm gonna, you know, talk to you for.
Yeah.
Year later, and I never forget it. I was at Black and Tay house. Well, I was at their mom was dating some nigga, and we was over there. And so we was over there because my folks had went to Selma.
Right.
And I remember my mom calling me, and she was like, "Hey, pack your bags. We coming down there. I mean, we coming to get you." I can't really talk about what happened real quick. You know what I'm saying? We'll tell you when we get here. So I'm like, damn. So anxiety is like already like through the roof.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I wonder what's going on. Like, it can't be nothing good, but I ain't gonna trip about it.
Right.
You get there, no bullshit. It seemed like they got there in like 2 hours.
Right.
And it's like 3 hours from Columbus to Selma.
Right.
Man, they picked me up. And I remember my mom and dad was talking. They were saying how they need to go to the ATM, and we got to go home to pack, and you know we got to go to Huntsville. And I'm like, why we need to go to Huntsville? So we get home. He tell me to go in his room, and he was like, "You gonna need to sit down." So I'm like, all right, what's up? What's going on? And he says, your sister got into a car accident and she didn't make it. I was fucked up. Like, I let my emotions get me to a point where one of my siblings, who I love dearly, I ain't want to talk to them. I ain't want to see them.
Right.
Nothing. And I let it draw me all the way to a point where my loan was over with, and she checked out. God called her number. So if you ever get to a point where, you know, you really call this nigga, or you really call this person your loved one, if you being mad shouldn't last that long, especially if they ain't do nothing like super foul to you.
Right.
Because you never know when they're gonna check out, and y'all when they was here when you should have had that conversation. Now you can't have that conversation no more. Yeah, there isn't no, hey, I'm sorry for being mad at you. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Or none of that. And the one of the hardest things that I had to do was go to a funeral with a person to my loved one who they probably wasn't even tripping, but I had the beef. It was me who was filled with rage and emotion.
Yeah.
Now, the last time that I get to see you, dirt is being covered over you. Yeah, so and I still, you know, I still deal with like holding on to things, but I try not to.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it ain't worth it. It's not worth it, bro. Whatever you beefing with, whoever you beefing with, especially you say that you love that person, bro, let that shit go. It is what it is, because once they gone, they gone.
Love you, family.
I love you too, my nigga. I'm sorry for taking it there, bro. It had to be said.
Nah. You made some profound points, man, and just kind of drive it home is like I said earlier, man. You got to make every moment like it's your last. You know, because life is all about moments, and moments, just like people, they're eventually gonna pass. And you don't know when that time is gonna be, so just while you have them here, you try to make the most of it. You know, like you said, if you're upset with that person, try to make amends with them. And I understand some situations you may feel like, hey, look, there's no going back. I understand, but at the end of the day, if you know it's something that can be resolved, go resolve that.
At least for you.
At least for you. Even if there's no reconciliation of the friendship or of whatever it is, do your part and get that off your conscience. You know, whether or not it's received or not. You know, make sure that you get it off your conscience. Make sure you get that off of you, so when that time does come, it's gonna come, that you're not taking that with you.
Yep.
And you're not carrying that with you, man, because that kind of guilt can kill a man. That kind of guilt can kill a woman.
Yeah.
You know, that's survivor's guilt. You know, I've taken this with me, and I should have pieced it up with you before it got to this point. You know. Yeah, to this point, it's like, hell, even if we don't speak for too long and it ain't no beef, if you feel compelled to call that person or text that person, be like, hey, bro, I love you, just checking in, do that.
Yep.
Do that.
Yep.
I did it today.
You never know what people be going through.
You never know.
You don't know what people be going through, bro.
That text message could save a man's life, could save a woman's life. Yeah. So, you know, if you feel that on your heart, man, just make sure you do that.
Real shit, man. This is a great ass episode. Yeah. I hope the list.
Do you want the gem of the day? Fuck it.
Oh, nah. Gem of the day. Learn balance.
Learn balance.
Learn balance. You gotta learn balance, bro. At the end of the day, nothing has to have more value in your life if you deem it important.
Right.
If you deem it, if your family and your business are the two most important things in your life, they should be balanced. One shouldn't come for. I mean, of course, your family gonna come before anything.
And it should.
It should. But logically, a lot of people don't think that way.
Right.
They think that, you know, the money come and then everything else got to take a back seat when it doesn't have to be that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So my gem of the day is balance. What's your daily gem? What you been listening to?
Daily gem, man, is from a good guy out of New York City, man, Wise Boy Jeremy. Song is from his album Still Children. Whole album is dope, but the song that I want you all to go listen to is called Traveling Locally, man. So if you one of those, if you're a creative, I think it's gonna be a song that's gonna really speak to you. I know it spoke to me. I want you to listen to it because I'm sure you haven't heard it.
Okay. We'll put the name of the song and the way,
sure.
where you can get it in the description.
Traveling Local. I'm sorry, not Traveling Locally. Traveling Local. He says locally in the song, but Traveling Local. Like I said, and that's Wise Boy Jeremy from the album Still Children. So yeah, man. I think this is an appropriate way to end it, man.
Man.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, and this concludes another great episode of the Rap Sessions.